Welcome to the weekly show. I am your host, Demetrios Gully. Today we have a fun show planned for you. We are going to share some health tips, movie reviews, a fun interactive game, and learn some information about the Museum of Discovery. Starting off, we are going to talk about our health segment. One way to stay in shape is to exercise and eat properly. So today I want to share a simple tip with you on how to work out your upper body without stressing out. Let's check out the video. When you go to the gym, look for weights and machines that you can lift that will not strain your body. Today, I am using the Precision 360 to work out my upper body. One thing I love about this machine is you can set the weights to fit your needs. I encourage you when you start off to do one set of reps of 10. See how that feels and then increase. So you can end up doing 2 sets or 3 sets, but try to stay within 10 reps. This way you can build up your endurance and learn how to work your upper body without feeling overwhelmed. The key to working out is to make sure that you stretch at the beginning of your routine and at the end of your routine. And don't forget, exercising can be fun. Now we are going to go to Keto, who is going to interview Raymond Goss, who's here to share his weight loss journey. Keto?
Today in Health News, we're going to spotlight Raymond Goss. He is here to share his remarkable weight loss journey. How you doing, Raymond? You look good today. How you doing, man?
Thank you. I'm doing good.
So first of all, we wanted to know, how did you lose all the weight?
So I've lost about, the first 60 to 70 pounds of it, I lost through portion control. Just I ate a lot of the same things. I just cut back on how much of it I eat, because a lot of people don't realize they may have a good diet, but you can still eat too much of that diet.
Well, I know portion control would be like one of your only options, since though we can't really change your meals. Being a student, you have pre-prep meals or you don't really have options. So
Yeah.
how did you work around being a student and having that?
Well, when I was at Ouachita Baptist, that was the case. I mean, I would go to the cafeteria and there would be, like an international area, a burger area, a pizza area, and that'd be food every week. And it'd be lunch and dinner and on weekends. So it's just learning how to, control myself and be like, all right, I'm just going to eat this. This is all I'm getting. And when I came to UALR, I was living at home. So, I mean, it was just a matter of, in between work and that, I have to go, make my food, go to sleep early, wake up early, make the food instead of going like to McDonald's to get a burger.
Well, with the time you said you go to McDonald's or having time in between classes, how do you have time to work out and exercise with it having been a busy schedule in?
Well, at OBU, Ouachita Baptist University, we had a 24-hour access gym. We just had to swipe our ID. So if I was up, I could go, to that gym at any time, whereas UALR has, even though they're open late with my work schedule, I have to, do more home workout, yoga, free weights.
Well, lastly, did you have any, special workout or, your secret technique for losing any weight?
Don't overdo the weights. Anybody can do 100, 150 pounds on the bench press, but what you need to focus on more is getting lean when you're trying to lose weight, and then focus on muscle mass after you've leaned out. So do, 10, 15-pound free weights and yoga exercises and things like that.
Well, thank you, Raymond. When we come back from commercial break, we will have
So, another thing that we do is, or that I do is, I'll take the dog out our new dog out for a walk or a jog. She's a young puppy, and even though she's a big puppy, so she really needs the exercise, and it helps me stay in shape and keep up, and it's something I can do in my free time.
So you have free time exercise, and you do exercise. What about our gym? Have you ever used our gym?
I have used the gym a couple times before. It's just getting the time during the school day to get to it is the main problem.
So with our gym, just like we see in that video with Demetrios, have you used any of the machines, or do you just like walking, or?
Most of the time it's just walking around the gym, and other times, you know, I'll use the treadmill sometimes if it's raining outside to get in my run or my, you know, steps for the day. So.
Okay, when we come back from commercial break, we will have our movie review with Adam, and thank you for next time.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Hello, and thanks for joining us here in the studio for Critics Corner. I'm Cameron Sharp, and here with me to discuss a newly released film is Adam Branscombe. Hi, Adam.
Hi, good afternoon. Glad to be here.
Oh, glad to have you here.
Well, I'm glad that you're glad that I'm glad.
Oh, good. Now that we're both glad, let's get down to business. Today we're here to discuss the newly released film Venom from Sony Pictures in association with Marvel Studios. Before we do that, though, let's take a quick look at a trailer for the film.
I'm Eddie Brock. I'm a reporter. I always seem to find myself questioning something the government may not be looking at. I found something really bad. And I have been... Eddie. Who's that bad? Taken.
Look around at the world. What do you see? A planet on the brink of collapse. Human beings are disposable. But man and symbiote combined. This is a new race, a new species. A higher life form.
What do you want from me?
You'll find out.
I'm so sorry. We cannot just hurt people.
Look into my eyes, Eddie. The way I see it. We can do whatever we want. Do we have a deal? Eyes, lungs, pancreas, so many snacks, so little time.
That power, it's not completely awful.
You have no idea how much you're scaring me right now.
Eddie, cooperate. And you just might survive.
Wow, that's some exciting stuff there, Adam. Now, tell me, what were your first thoughts going in? Did you have any previous knowledge of these characters?
Well, yeah, I must confess, I was a big comic book nerd as a kid. It's not something that got me the ladies or made me feel good about myself. But, you know, yes, I was. I read them all. And I have to say, I was just purely disappointed. I mean, if I was going to make a movie, it would not have looked like that. I mean, honestly, they did not follow the origin of the movie. They pretty much completely avoided the entire story plot of the actual comic and just pretty much messed it up, probably to make a quick dollar if I was going to wager.
That's interesting. From a purely purist standpoint now, I didn't know too much going in before seeing it, but for Sony Pictures, it was a success. They made $180 million worldwide
Well, I'm really glad they could line their pockets with cash while the poor movie got murdered.
It was an estimated $100 million budget.
That's about as bad as the last Indiana Jones movie.
Well, they've certainly set it up for a sequel.
They have, and you know what? I'm really hoping that they decide to make it right.
Now, how do you feel? It's not tied into the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, of course, because it's done by Sony Pictures.
Well, that is a big disappointment for me also. If I'm going to be honest with you, I go to these Marvel flicks because I like the comics, and I read them all as a kid, and I like my kids to, since getting them to read is just about impossible, I like them to watch the movies so that they can actually kind of experience some of the things that made me dream as a child, you know, that kept me going. And when they don't follow the script and they don't tie everything in together, you know, it's disappointing, but I will say it does look like they might throw some Spider-Man in the next one. I did notice there was a few points where they could have added him into the second one.
It seems like they might be planning that for the future. Now, speaking of children, it's a PG-13 rating. Do you think it would have benefited from a hard R rating like more recent anti-hero, superhero movies?
Yeah, you know, I think it would. Personally, I would have loved it, but then I wouldn't have felt comfortable taking it to my kids. And, you know, I would really love to talk more about it, but you know what, man? I can feel my phone buzzing, so I think it's my wife telling me it's time to go.
All right, well, that's it for us. We're going to go now to Leah Jackson for the Man on the Street to hear some news from real people.
Hello, hello. Leah here on the street. What's your name, sir?
Travis Lewis.
All right, nice to meet you, Travis. Have you seen the movie Venom?
Yes, ma'am.
And what did you think about Venom?
It was pretty good. I feel like the little car chase in the middle of the movie was way too long, and they could have had, you know, a riot in there more, but it was pretty good all around. It was pretty funny.
What's your name, sir?
Daniel Ramirez.
Daniel Ramirez. So you've seen the movie Venom?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. So what did you think about it?
I thought it was a great movie. I thought it was very similar to the comics.
Okay. What's your name, sir?
My name's Corey.
Nice to meet you, Corey. Just a few questions for you. You mind me asking?
Not at all.
All right. Have you seen Venom?
I have.
What did you think about Venom?
I think it could have been better. I think the acting was really cheesy at times.
Okay.
I think maybe there could have been some better actors who played the parts. So.
What's your name, ma'am?
Corey.
All right, nice to meet you, Corey. Have you seen the movie Venom?
No.
Is it a movie that you would like to see?
Yes.
Okay. What's your name, sir?
It's Emmanuel. E.
All right, E. You seen the movie Venom?
Yeah. Good movie, you know.
Okay, what would you rate the movie out of 5?
I'd take a 5. I thought it was gonna be like very dark and like Batman vs Superman, but it's very funny, very playful.
Okay.
Venom, yeah.
Thank you for coming out and tuning with us on the street. We're throwing it back to you guys at the
Well, guys, thank you for joining us during this movie critic. I hope you got a little educated. Hope you learned. Hope you still go see the movie, but right now I don't have enough time to talk to you about it. So we're gonna be throwing it over to Trivial Pursuit, and I hope you enjoy.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Welcome back. It is Trivia Pursuit. And today we're gonna test the knowledge of our student body to see what all they know about our campus, UA Little Rock. Let's introduce our contestants. Over here on the right side of the couch, we have Yanina Inkana, Leah Jackson, Adam, and Tristan Van. All right, for our first question of our trivia pursuits is, what is the name of the organization that is supposed to represent the student body? All right. Are we ready to see those answers? All right, let's see those answers. All right, and the correct answer is SGA, Student Government. It looks like everybody got a point here for each group. All right, and for the next question of Trivia Pursuit is, this week at UA Little Rock is a weekly email that is sent to students. Who sends it? All right, let's see those answers. All right, Judy Williams. All right, and you all are correct. A point goes for each group. Woo. All right, and for the next question we have, how are students identified in the school system? This is going to be good to see what we all have. All right, let's see those answers. We are all correct. All right, the T number. All right, and for our next question we have, how much does it cost to print a page at the library? All right, we all have our answers down? Tristan, you ready? All right, let's see those answers. We have 5 cents. All right, unfortunately, no one was correct. It's 4 cents a page. We're off by 1 cent. It's all right, it's all right. All right, for our next question. What is the name of the building behind the fountain here at UA Little Rock? All right, here in our clip. Give you something to go off of. All right, and let's see our answers. Up, Leah, you ready? Okay. And you all are correct. Points for everyone. Great. All right. For our next question we have, what 5-floored building was shown in this clip? I think I know that place too. It's pretty comfy. All right, let's see those answers. Tristan, you ready? All right, Eidenheimer Library. Yep, and then we have just library down there. I guess we can give you a point for that, Yanina. Didn't put it all, but yes, Eidenheimer Library. All right. And for our final question, what is the name of the building featured in this clip as well? That little building that's over there, the little burgundy building. The building that's like right there in front of the parking lot. The parking lot that's next to the dorm rooms. That's right in front of the parking deck. That one. We think everybody got it. Well, don't show it just yet. Let's give Leah some time. All right, are we ready to show our answers? All right, keep them up there for me. Let's look at this. We have church. Hold on 1 second. Hi Mom. That's a good one. No, not that one. No, okay, nobody got it wrong. It's the Metro Baptist College Ministry.
Nobody got it wrong. We all got it right.
Oh, nobody got it right. All right, well, that's all for this week of Trivia Pursuits. We will see you all next week. back to Demetrios for the Museum of Discovery segment after commercial break.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be tornado next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
The best thing that happens to me every day at work is seeing my babies, my students. There were several students that I had that were not able to read. That was a burden on my heart. A couple of years ago, I enrolled back in UALR in their graduate program for reading. The program is helping me understand different assessments that I can give them. That program is enabling me to actually make a difference.
We are now down to our final segment for today, which is science. And we have a special guest with us from the Museum of Discovery, Miss Peggy Thibodeau. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Excellent. Before we get started with your interview, we are going to check out a video from your program director at the Museum of Discovery.
My name is Thomas Lippum. I'm the program director at the Museum of Discovery. So I lead the educational team, and I've been at the museum for 10 years. So the reason I'm in the program department is I've been in education in a few different ways throughout my life, and it's definitely the best fit for me. My strengths are logistics and communication, as well as planning and just teaching. So when you look at the job description of the program director, it ties in pretty well. I'd say like an overall interesting component about the museum is the staffing, the backgrounds of the different staff positions that we have. You know, we've got people that have early childhood focuses, a former science teacher, a variety of different folks that when they come together to brainstorm, it's really interesting to see where different people get inspiration for their ideas. And as a result, I think our events are particularly, are really fun for the guests because of how our team comes up with those ideas and the backgrounds that we have. So I think that's pretty neat about our program department in particular.
Welcome to the show, Peggy.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you stopped by the studio today.
Thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit about your position at the Museum of Discovery?
Sure. I am an educator at the Museum of Discovery. I work with children mostly K through 12 ages, and I do in-house shows where we do large-scale demonstrations, and we talk about different areas of science from combustion to laser science to tornadoes, and then I also do some outreach programming in the classroom, and we bring science to mainly to schools that may not be able to take a field trip to our museum. We try to go out and teach them STEM education.
Your position sounds like so much fun. What drew you to this job opportunity?
You know, I've always loved science. I have a little background, but my main background is in the performing arts. I was in the performing arts field for 35 years. But when I moved back to Arkansas, it's my home, but I was in Virginia. But when I came back, this job came open, and I thought, well, this sounds like a really fun way to tie some performing arts with science that I love, and here I am 3 years later.
Excellent. What is the most exciting thing about your position?
You know, I really love working with the kids. I've always taught kids in performing arts, and I've had an opportunity to kind of play that role for many, many years. So I get really inspired by them, and I get excited to see them get excited about learning something new and discovering something new.
Can you tell us a little bit about the different programs that you offer at the Museum of Discovery?
Sure. We offer programming that ties into the curriculum in the schools. We try to offer programming about weather. We have tornado programs. We have programs about making candy, which is kind of getting more into chemistry and kitchen chemistry. And then we also have bubble programs, and we have programs for all ages. So we try to line it up with their curriculum that they're learning in school and make it a little more interesting and fun and something new that they may not be able to do in the classroom.
What age group do you service?
Well, I mainly serve mostly K through 8th grade. We do a few high school programming. We do have an early childhood specialist that does early childhood programming. So the Museum of Discovery really serves, from 0 all the way to adults. We have an adult night, which is really fun for 21 and older, called Science After Dark. So we try to serve the whole community of Little Rock and the whole state of Arkansas, actually.
Now, I'm really excited because I know you have a demonstration to perform on the show today. So I'm excited to see what you are going to do, and I'm excited to learn.
Well, I just happen to have a tornado in a bottle. We have a tornado program, and this is just a great little simple demonstration of showing how vortexes work. If I give it a little rotation, as you can see, I'm going to make a little vortex or a tornado inside, which is really awesome, and it's pretty simple, but it's demonstrating how vortexes work and just creating a little bit of a rotation in the liquid. It's creating a liquid vortex and causing it to drain much faster. But I have this on a larger scale. Of course, we like to do bigger demonstrations along with the smaller demonstrations. So I have over here, if you want to join me, I have this really cool thing called a vortex cannon. And it's just a trash can that we've turned into a chamber that can hold something fun. And I'm going to put a little fog inside. Okay. And we're going to just see what happens when I throw this fog through this little hole here that we have, and this is designed to create a really cool vortex. Now, if you want to help me, you can come over on this side, and if you just hit the drum, we're going to throw out a vortex. Go for it. There you go.
Oh, wow. This is so
Let's go this
cool.
way. I know. It doesn't take much, too, and it really works in the light. So what I'm doing is we're creating vortex rings just with this really cool little contraption having a little hole at the top, forcing all of that fog to come right through that hole and create what we call a toroid, or a rotation of the air. And this is a great way to demonstrate how vortexes work, and also a hands-on activity that kids can do on their own. They can make this at home. This is just a regular trash can with a closure. We have a little rubber drum on there. But yeah, it's really cool. We can throw them all around, share them with everyone.
I can just imagine the students that get to participate in this activity and how exciting this is to see this demonstration come to life.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. We're all about STEM education. That's the wave of the future. That's a wave of now. Just doing hands-on learning and discovering science through all these activities that we do.
Excellent. I'm going to let you place that back down.
All right.
I have some more questions I would love to ask you.
Okay.
What are the hours of operation for the Museum of Discovery?
We are open actually Tuesday through Sunday on most days. Monday is our day that we kind of regroup, and during holidays and special times we are open on Monday. But it's from 9 to 5, and Sundays we're open from 1 to 5.
Now, I remember reading something about your membership program. Can you discuss that?
Yes, absolutely. The Museum of Discovery, of course, is open to the public, and there is an admission. It's a nonprofit organization, so all of the funding, everything we raise goes toward the operations and the outreach that we do with the museum. But the membership, it's less than $100 for a family to join, and it provides you the ability to come anytime you want. And we have a lot of special programming where we do weekend events. We have a Mestival in the spring. We have Tinkerfest in the fall, and we have other activities. So these are all really fun ways for the members to enjoy for free.
Thank you so much, Miss Peggy.
Thank
this
you.
is all the time we have today. We're going to have to get you back on the show.
All right.
Well, this concludes this week's episode of The Weekly Show. Tune in next week when we share some additional health tips, movie reviews, our fun game, and not to mention some more information about the Museum of Discovery. See you next week. I am your host, Demetrios Gully.
lunch cake, watching the sun bake. All of those tourists covered with oil, strumming my six string.